afternoon. Welcome back to another thrilling scene from Street Magic, where, for the moment, Tay is doing something anomalous, and anomalies are always scary in this household. Tay is walking around in going outside clothes, not comfy clothes, not feeling good about myself clothes, going out clothes, and holy shit, did she put on makeup? Oh, sweet fucking Jesus. She will probably trot down from upstairs, checking her phone, thumbing around, essentially Googling where this fucking club is. And come down glancing around for the boys.
Like an eyebrow raise when she comes down the stairs. Hang on, I'll keep it for now like this.
Hey. So,
Well,
we need to check out this club, don't we? Can't just.
we're gonna go in.
That's probably the best way to get a look around. It's not like anyone here knows who we are.
Keep in mind, their bouncer did see me and Kevin, so.
Oh, great.
Bear with me. Walks, I'll be right back.
That is right. She's pulling her hair back.
I'll be right back. Walks inside. And
Kevin?
I'll make some minor alterations to my subtle alterations to my facial features.
Go for it.
Kevin? Kevin, are you...
Kevin is old man asleep on the couch.
Oh,
So that's one success. I'll keep the effect going.
yeah, sure. Let Sketch do his thing. Come around.
Oh, Jesus.
Oh. Give Kevin a little jostle. Hey, old timer, you is it bedtime or you wanna roll out? I mean, you can hold down the fort if you need to.
What's going on?
Club, danger drugs.
Oh.
Ergo, eyeliner. Stands herself up.
Yeah. No, you look great. All right. Kevin just sits up, rubs the back of his hair. Right, we're gonna go in the club.
Well, I figure we're only gonna learn so much from outside, right?
Well, the bouncer did see me and Sketch.
I mean, did they think anything besides that you were the most adorable gay couple they'd ever seen? Really?
Hang on. As that Sketch comes back outside.
Oh.
And he basically has enhanced his appearance. So, with the beard, the hair, it's nothing major. Still looks the same guy, but compared to what he used, you know what I mean? It's subtle things. Like a bouncer's not going to go, it's immediately the same guy. You know what I mean?
All right, let me.
His tattoos look even better. Eventually, I've raised my appearance, I imagine.
Let me take a look at the Charterino.
Oh.
Thus Tay doing the little lip bite, oh. Oh,
there
hello.
You go. Well, since now Sketch's appearance 5, there you go. He walks back
Just
out.
leave it as it is. John Bernthal's gorgeous.
Yep. Walks back inside, with the skinny jeans, the.
Yeah, he gets the up and down, the flagrant, obvious up and down.
There we go.
That is quite the trick.
That's how we do. How we doing?
We should go out more often.
Yeah, puts the leather jacket on. That slow-mo, like, yeah, that's right. I'm milking as much as I can out of this baby.
Oh, you know she watching too. It's terrible. But yeah, I mean, did you guys do anything especially suspicious, or are they just gonna think you're trolling for a,
They're just gonna be staring at us, so you ain't gonna recognize my gorgeous self after this.
You are muted.
All right, I'm getting up. I may as well. Yeah, give me a minute.
Pulls out his beads.
There's a
guys
playful
are like-
smile.
Guys, like, yeah, just give us a minute. We'll get sexy. Walks away.
I mean, if you want Kevin, I've got some Coleman color you could use. Just a little wince.
It's really sweet of you. Give me a minute.
Okay.
Thank you. All right. I don't know if this is going to be vulgar or not. To be honest with you.
Inside the chantry?
Oh, good point. Okay, where are you? Appropriate dice roller. There you are. Okay. Let's see here. I actually managed to knock myself down to 3 because I'm using unique instrument. I'm using instrument when I don't have to.
Good job.
All right, that's 1 so far. So now we're going up to 4. It's 2 more. So I've got the 2 base, but I need duration now. So we're going up to 5. So that's a total of what? 1, 2, 3, 4 successes. I think I need 1 more. So we're
To
up at 6
raise your
now.
appearance by 3 for the scene?
I don't even know what I'm doing. I think I was trying to make smaller alterations.
Okay. So, like, change your eye color, change your hair color, that kind of thing?
Not really. We're rewinding a few things, as it were, making them look a little more youthful.
Ah, okay.
Ooh.
Yeah.
All right.
I've got a
yeah.
picture for this.
One
Oh,
more success.
God.
All right, let me roll it again. We're at 6. But you know what? Just to seal the deal, I'll spend a whole willpower.
Oh, spend a whole willpower.
One
Spend that
whole
whole
willpower.
willpower. One whole willpower.
Oh,
And
God.
You
Well,
know
you
what?
might as well take the
Oh,
appearance while you're at it, buddy.
yeah, let me dig in my pictures.
Okay, actually, I've got the appearance for appearance 5 sketch as well. Fucking Jesus. John
I mean,
Bernthal.
what you're rocking is pretty. Oh, God.
Kevin walks back out.
Oh.
Taylor,
Alright,
meanwhile, like, pauses pulling Sketchin by the leather jacket, like, glances over her shoulder, and the eyebrows kind of pop up, like, oh.
Yeah.
You know, you guys are gonna have to teach me how to do that. Still clinging to the jacket, BT'd up. He isn't getting any further away. She's just ceased the real end.
Well, let's go rock this club.
All right. How are you getting there? You taking a car? Are you calling a cab? Are you Ubering it?
We'll call it a cab. Let's be classy.
Which does mean, like, you know, walking out to the road so they have a place to pick us up.
He'll message Rain, you know, to let her know what they're doing, so she's on standby essentially. So we have a backup as well.
Actually, it's about that time of year. Even Tay Tay shrugs on, like, you know, the fashionable chick's leather jacket.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, actually, with all the excess successes I got, hold on. I'm going to get a different
Do it.
picture.
Oh my god.
Get
There
good.
you go. There
Oh
you go.
my. Sketch.
Boom. Boom. Actually, I'll get rid of this one. This is even better.
I don't know. I like the other one too. Damn. That Big Papa. What? John Berthold's hot. Leave me alone. I'm curious where we're going with Kevin, though. This could be very promising.
Don't worry. I'm getting it together. I just got to dig it out from where I buried it now.
There we go. Now it's better organized. He just looks disgruntled as fuck in that picture. Just
Fair enough.
Does be this young and
Oh my.
there we go. Yep, that was the
Jesus.
one I was waiting for.
So, while y'all are waiting on the cab, Sketch, you get a text back from Rain. Well, it was date night with Sam, but I guess I know where we're going now.
Sketch just lifts up the phone, takes a selfie of him and Kevin. It's just like, boom.
Taylor's in there whether he wants her to be or not.
Oh, yeah.
She's kind of clingy all of a sudden. Can't fathom why, really.
You know, with the quote, you know, we're a motherfucking star boy. You know what I mean? Because, you know what, we might as well milk the fact that Kevin and Sketch are not like, you know, like gritty as fuck.
You know, like there's silence for a bit, and then, oh my god, you guys are a couple of hotties. So, do you ask Kevin a question for me? Does he want to have to literally beat women away with a stick, or no?
I'm not gonna ask him that.
Let him find out in real time.
All right, I'll see you there. I'll let Sam know where we're going. And after a few minutes, your cab pulls up. Your cab driver makes some small talk about you guys having a fun party night. Because as far as he knows, the only thing that happens out here that people would need a cab to pick them up from are raves.
Oh yeah, we'll small talk it.
Hey, he keeps flicking, like you can see his eyes keep flicking to the rear view mirror, and he looks from like Sketch to Kevin and back, like
No woman has ever been happier to be in the middle of the back seat.
yeah,
in their
pretty
life.
much. Like, Taylor is the luckiest bitch on earth, and he's a little jealous, honestly.
Aww.
Even he's jealous. He's like, God damn.
And yeah, didn't take too long to get to the. I mean, traffic slows you down some. It doesn't take you too long to get to your destination. And man, there's a line outside tonight. You can hear the music. But yeah, the line, well, it's not terribly long. It seems to be moving at a pretty good pace. You guys are probably about 5 or 6 people back from the door.
So it's just gonna stand there, like, looks around. You know what? Just gonna stand there with my beautiful self. Will eventually get moved up the line. Looking how we're looking.
Taylor's probably for like the 80th time checking to make sure that there's like no particular, like what the cover charge is, if there's any shenanigans with dress code, like for the 80th, 100th time. Just making sure they're clear. So if there is a cover charge, she has cash out, etc.
There's no dress code stated. But it does say like basically like wear nice appropriate clothing. Flip-flops will be turned away on principle. And cover charge Friday night, it's about $12. Not outrageous, but kind of pricey.
Yeah, you gotta want to be there. Yep, she will just make sure by the time they do get to the front of the line, she's got cash out ready.
Sketches. Who are the group ahead of us there, Heather? What are we dealing with here? Who's in front of us?
Group ahead of you looks about like 4 college-age girls. They're all giddy. They're all bubbly. They're all wearing the same colors, pink and gold. I guess it's probably some kind of sorority color.
Look around. Make his zips and fuck it.
Oh, boy.
Ladies, mind if me and my friends party in? We're a bit late to the party, you know what I mean? I hear it's like a big sorority night, you know what I mean? Give him that smirk.
So the girl directly in front of you turns and she gets a look at you, Sketch, look at Kevin, and just kind of, yeah, sure.
Do we need like a pass or something? Or we kind of lost ours, you know how the parties are.
Oh, she'll look at Taylor. Oh, what sorority you in?
Oh God, I'm debating doing something hilariously and completely unnecessary. Let me look at my rolls real fast. Look at my dice, see if she bother. I'm tempted, but that is not necessary. She just looks over and makes a little kind of like playfully dismissive gestures, like trade school.
Trade school. Yeah. Okay. Oh, you don't need a pass or anything, but well, we're wearing our colors because it's college night. What school you guys go to? We came down from Columbia.
Columbia. Let me think. Sketch would know colleges in Brooklyn. So fuck, I need to think for a second.
Oh yeah, Taylor will
It's
just
okay.
wing
Well,
out.
you think Kevin has a
Jesus,
spring-loaded answer. I decided to take a couple of years before I went to college. Kind of do the Kerouac thing, find myself.
Oh, that little smile, like, oh, you dog.
Oh, okay. I see what's happening now.
You know what? Sketch is like Columbia. No way. No wonder I recognized you, smirking.
Recognize me.
Yeah, I seen you on campus a few times.
She gives you a once over. You know, you do kind of look familiar.
What can I say?
And yeah, Taylor will list off whatever trade school was local to the area because she certainly eyeballed a lot of them, whether or not she actually went. But does, you know what? It's her turn to be territorial. It's adorable.
And the
A
girl,
little squeeze up.
she's kind of like, she's looking at Sketch and, looking back at Kev. 'Cause it gets pretty obvious, Sketches taken. But you are getting the eye, Kevin.
Fucking Kevin talking about finding himself. He's obviously wearing eyeshadow. All Sketch gets is a text like, look, when I was in my early 20s, I had kind of like a new wavy, gothy phase.
Oh,
This is what I know.
Sketch would just be like, play along. Sketch will lean over. Yeah, we're from the film department, film and media studies. My friend here, he's took a couple of years break, and he's moving back in. So big, all that type of shit. So we're just one, we don't much go to these parties, but we heard that the sorority girls were coming, and well, we wanted to hear the Jersey girls and the Columbia girls get down in Jersey. Isn't that right, big man?
Yeah.
The worst part is Taylor knows people who have been in like theater and film and all that, and she has seen every trick those boys play, and she is, oh god, she's playing into it because she can't help but have that mischievous smile over it. It's like, I see what you're doing. I love it.
So, can we tag team with you?
Yeah, no worries.
Sweet. Tristan's my name. This is
Damon.
Sketch just looks like him like, wow, you beat me to the punch on that quick.
My name's Lori. Nice to meet you both.
That is a beautiful name. Oh, and this is Davina, pushing Taylor beside him.
Davina.
Taylor takes a moment. It's like that. Yep, that's my name. And it, to the untrained eye, it's just like, it's one of those names where it's like, yep, that's me. That's my name. I have a name like that. Meanwhile, for Sketch's benefit, it's like, wow, Davina. Yep, I'm remembering this for later.
Wow, I bet you got called Dee Dee all through school, didn't you?
Oh, yeah. It gets even more creative depending on how catcally it is. And in a trade school, oh god. Goes from DD to double D really fast.
That's okay. I got called Lolo.
Sketch is like, I'm not saying anything. Looks at
Or was Lala after I joined choir. I'm in music studies.
I mean, at least it's something you could play up. Because whatever Lola wants. A little
Lola.
shrug.
Exactly. She smiles, and you guys move through the line. Your group hits the front. And you are all greeted with this lovely face.
Yep, lovely.
My god, these leafers have gotten sexy.
He holds his hands out, ID and cover charge. How many are in your group?
It's the three of us. And Kevin's used this trick before, so he has an ID for Damon.
Actually, we said we were
Akashics do
doubling
this a
up.
lot.
We said we were doubling up with the girls, didn't we?
Yep.
Oh, Jesus. All right. So, and he looks back at Sketch, who will likely correct him. Five. That's right.
5. Don't forget the ladies. Winking
Of
at
course not.
Lola, or whatever the fuck her name is.
All right, 5. Okay. Over the group, checks out your IDs, takes the little highlighter over the cash for the cover charge. All right, in you go.
Thanks, big man. Strides in.
He nods.
This is his ass getting grabbed by Taylor, like, huh! As he walks in, like, whoa!
Mm-hmm. Taylor may or may not be caught up in the novelty of going out for the first time in a distressing amount of time.
Kevin makes his way up to the bar, like. Oh, yeah, he does the hair pulled back and everything.
Oh, no!
And then he'll look back at their companions. So I'm the designated driver, but ladies, what are you having?
Jesus, Kevin.
Stealth texting to Sketch. I
And
didn't get married from nowhere, dude.
Laurie will look at him. Martini. Gin martini.
All right. Shaken, stirred.
Stirred.
Oh, all right. He looks at Taylor.
Sorry, I'm checking music. She just kind of waves a hand and, you know what? Straight up chick style. Just like something fruity.
You got it. I'm internally dying, man. So, are there any other female? Oh God, he's actually ordering for a lot of sorority girls in this case. That happens. Kevin gets a club soda with lime because he's the designated driver.
Gets a fucking scotch on the rocks.
All right. You get your drinks as this music starts to play. Sorority girls, unsurprisingly, all drink about the same thing.
A lot of stirred gin martinis.
Yep.
And I'm trying to think up a sufficiently fruity drink for Tay-Tay. No, we're gonna keep this. We're gonna keep this classy. It'll be like an apple teeny. Oh, schnapps, yeah, peach schnapps.
Yeah.
What, just
straight
schnapps?
Yeah, she
Oh
would.
wait, no.
Fuzzy navel.
Oh, there you go.
Bam.
What? You know what? I've got us covered.
Yes. Yes. Yes.
Oh my god. Okay.
Oh God, what have we done?
So the music starts pumping, you know, the other girls kind of, you know, wander off to find their own man meat because Lori has obviously made a claim.
She staked that shit out.
Mm-hmm.
That's right.
And Taylor, you know, made her claim. But they don't go terribly far away.
I imagine not, considering how the fuck Sketch and Kevin look, man. We're like the
No,
people in here.
They're kind of like vultures waiting for a chance to swoop in.
Even if they weren't, women operate in packs. The others are now a silent protector, a watchful guardian,
Yep.
a dark can of mace.
So Kevin, you get a lot of questions from Lori, like what it was like on the road, where you went, what you saw, what's interesting in film, like what drew you to it. It's small talk, pleasant small talk, trying to like awkward first date it.
Kevin's been a lot of places is the thing, because of like how things went with the Akashics. So that is pretty knowledgeable about. He can tell her about all the odd jobs he had to do to support himself while he was out on the road, and just, you know, the subcultures you run into as a result of kind of living on the fringes. You know, the real U.S. You know, that people don't really talk about in all the history books, that kind of thing. And then when it comes to film, see, a lot of people want to be actors, and there's nothing wrong with that. Okay. I wouldn't be able to do what I do if it weren't for actors, but I'm concerned with the big picture, because to me, every frame's a painting. That's why I'm in cinematography. I want to make thousands of paintings, make sure people see them.
She nods and sips her martini. I totally know what you mean.
But enough about me. What are you into?
Well, I'm in music studies.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was the choir kid in high school. I did chamber choir, and I did a couple years of jazz choir. Oh, a show choir. That was where I learned that I really can't dance, no matter how hard I try. Like, if it's more complicated than, you know, a box step or Charlie Brown in a Motown show, I am best being one of the singers in the background that just gets twirled back and forth between a couple people, you know?
Well, what's life after school for you then? You gonna try to join an orchestra of some kind?
Yeah, I'm hoping for the Boston Symphony.
Boston Symphony, nice. Means you're gonna have to head up to Massachusetts sooner or later.
Yeah, it's pretty close. There's Chicago's got a nice one. They take, I think, about 4 people a year.
I'm sure you'll get in. You have a nice voice.
But if that doesn't work, well, honestly, I'll probably end up teaching music to high school kids, or maybe violin after school. Just depends.
Don't be so negative. You're just getting your start. You haven't even taken your shot yet.
Yeah, but you know, it's really competitive. Like, I mean,
it is.
You could throw up a Kickstarter, get funding that way, release your movies, you know, on Vimeo or something like that.
Could release your songs the exact same way. Just because things don't start off fast doesn't mean you can't get them rolling. Heck, I took entire years off when I was supposed to be going to school, and look at me now.
I guess that's true. It's just so hard to stand out, especially when every other violin player is a girl.
It is. But my advice, don't focus on what other people are doing, how fast they're going, what place they're at, great race of life, because all these people across all these computer screens, you look at them and what are they showing you? They're showing you what they want you to see, their A game. You're living your behind the scenes. Focus on you and your art. Eventually that reward's going to come to you.
She nods along and, continues to make idle chit chat, like actually talking about music with some passion and like what she wants to do and why she's been drawn to the orchestra. When Sketch, you get a text from Rain.
You pick up with his phone. He's just leaning up against the bar like, I'm cool, I'm sexy. Pick up his phone to check it out.
Hey, we're here. Sam bailed. Club scene isn't really his thing.
At the bar.
And after a few minutes go by, you see Rain approach with this guy.
I was so ready for it to be Waldo.
I was so ready for it to be Waldo. Look over. Who is this guy, eh?
And she gives Tay-Tay a friendly hug. Oh, hey, Sketch. This is Mike.
Leans in. It's not Sketch. Whispers.
Oh, sorry, Tristan.
Gives a nod like, you're fucking with my shit, Rain. You know what I mean?
Yep. There's the slink out to give the shoulder hug that all the girls do in the club.
So, wow, Tay. Looks like you are the queen of the night getting escorted with these two hotties.
Oh, I think I already lost one. I'm going to glance over to Kevin, who is, well, entertained. For what it's worth, by the way, as these conversations are going on, and she's doing the little wiggle dance that you do when you're not quite up enough to get up on a dance floor, but music. Glancing at the bar, a lot of different clubs will have like local special drinks. Do they have like a special, like a signature club drink?
They have signature cocktails. One of them is the tequila sunset, which basically a tequila sunrise with a different name. The other is Mal's Choice, which looks like it is rum, grenadine, and lime, which kind of about. There's another one that they call the Red Sunset. That is champagne, cherry liqueur, a splash of cranberry juice, and it comes in a martini glass with red sugar on the rim.
I assume that one is the, the fanciest one hashtag.
Yeah, that is the fanciest one.
Yeah, she will probably give the fuzzy navels a sniff before she gives like a tentative sip just to see if, it's the tasting sip.
I mean, that is,
She's paranoid.
like, it smells like alcohol and peach schnapps, and when you take a sip, that is, yep, that is a fuzzy
Whew.
navel.
She will go ahead and, takes a sip, corks a glance over to Sketch to see if he's especially sus or wants to do anything weird. But will actually order the fancy one.
Yeah, Mike will sidle in and say, 2 please, and slide it to the bar, or slide a tip to the bartender.
Let's just raise his eyebrow watching Michael. It's sliding.
Oh, hey. Yeah, she throws him a smile. Came in with rain. He can't be so bad.
And
That's
he
good.
just,
Oh yeah, go ahead. Sorry.
he puts a shoulder, or an arm over Rain's shoulder, so how do you girls know each other?
She just gives it that careless kind of shrug. Mutual friends.
Sketch continues the further eyebrow raise, like, yeah, fancy that. You know what I mean? That, like, yeah, I'm right here, buddy. I'm right here. You know what I mean?
And here I thought Tay Tay was being territorial.
Yeah, and he'll look around. Okay, nice. He keeps eyeing Kevin and Sketch.
Hi, my name's Tristan Michael. He stretches out his hand. You know what I mean? Like a dick.
Like a dick would do.
And the thing is, like, Kevin's a big dude. Is the funny part about all this. So he's even a little bit taller than Sketch, and just kind of looks down. And I'm Damon.
Nice to meet you. He'll shake Tristan's hand. It's Mike, actually. But
Oh, Mike,
no worries.
Mike, cool. Yeah, no button. No worries, Mike.
Put it there, Mike.
Claps that hand with all this strength 3.
Like, she's like, that is a, like, he was not ready for that handshake, but he takes it. Rain gives you a look with narrowed eyes, like, what are you doing?
And just when Mike thought the fucking onslaught was over, strike 3.
Bam!
Soften him up for me, Sketch. Kevin literally got that kung fu grip.
Hey, poor Mike is just like, whoa, wow, you guys work out.
Yeah.
It's a little smile getting flicked back to Sketch, like, yes, they do.
And
I see you.
Kevin just kind of fades out to continue, like, entertaining this poor. Like, it's really funny because almost everything he says to her is like some form of positive, enriching life advice, just wrapped up in this Damon persona. He's trying to help this poor girl out, reverting to Kevin mode.
Sketch is glancing over at the dance floor and looking for the toing and froing and seeing, like, all right, where do these drugs get passed off? Do they go to the bath? It's that type of, like, I'm laying the scope out while enjoying myself too, but got that glance.
All right, Sketch. You see, this girl. Yes, that's a tire. And she does not look like she is totally there. She's kind of getting passed around the dance floor like a party favor. Just like dancing with someone, turning around, getting passed off to the next guy, dancing with him a little bit, twirling around, kind of getting just moved around back and forth. She's not like there's more care being taken around of her by the people around her than like she's pinballing off of them. You know, like she stumbles and they kind of, you know, help her up, see if she's okay, and you know.
Yeah, he spots it. Eyes narrow a bit. Bingo. Because his guy's kind of like gesture to follow. Looks like she's having a good time.
Yeah, it does. You do you?
Yep. I'll be back. Try not to fall head over heels for Mike. Winks.
You can a little trip to the powder room.
Huh?
Leans up to give him a peck of a kiss on the corner of the jaw. Going to the bathroom.
All right, be careful. Striding.
Mm.
Maneuver his way to do those awkward gyrates to the dance floor towards this girl. Like, yeah, I'm a part of this. You know what I mean? I'm hot as fuck.
Oh yeah, it's the dance floor is crowded. Like it looks something like this. It's crowded, but it's not so packed you can't make your way through it. And she eventually just kind of crashes into you and does that I am so out of it, you know, eyes glazed dance. The arms around your shoulders, just really more grinding on you than anything else.
He will participate. What I'm going to do with this participation, I will let this be used as my foci, and I'm going to cast. All right now. For now, I'm just going to use that to cast Sense Life. I give myself essentially life side. I think you can do that with Life 1.
Yeah.
So I'm going to use this like intimacy and, you know, getting my ass grinded on as my foci, because that is actually one of his foci is intimacy and sex.
All right.
And I'll drop a willpower just to be safe, because fuck it, can't be too careful. That's at least 2 successes, I want to say.
Oh, that is. See, that's a rote for you.
Yes.
And you used a foci, so that is 3 successes
with
the willpower. That makes 4.
I will put 2 integration into effect if I can. So
all right.
It's up so I can see things essentially.
Yep. Man, Sketch, this place is teeming with life. What specifically are you looking for with your current dance partner?
The specific things I saw from the drug, that organic substance, what I was looking for.
I mean, it's hard to pinpoint that specifically. Like, there is a lot rocketing through her right now.
Yeah.
Like, you know what? Give me an intelligence medicine roll, Sketch.
Sure, I can do that. Let me just double check my shit. All right, I do have medicine. Whew. Oh, 4 successes. 4 successes, 4 dice.
All right. So, to put it bluntly, Sketch, you're not sure how this girl is even upright. There are 3 different drugs you recognize in her system.
Ooh, what are they?
There is marijuana, there's alcohol, and there's MDMA.
Interesting. He'll slide up in there as she's doing that. I don't see nothing wrong with a little bit of bump and hump. you go. So we're gonna get some of that.
And she looks at you. Get some of what?
Molly.
Oh, oh, you want She kind of runs one of her hands through her hair and nuzzles up on your shoulder. You want to talk to James in the VIP lounge.
Leland, maybe you could help me get in. After all, it's my first time, you know.
Oh, sure. And
First, let's dance our way through there. A few things I ain't done yet.
All right. And she keeps dancing with you.
What I'm going to do next? Oh, Sketch is on a roll. I think this will be the last road I use, but this is for a specific reason. I am going to use the Life 3 Mind 1 Road of Tolerance.
Okay. Who are you casting it on?
Her.
All right. Beautiful.
So I'm going to spend some quintessence. I'll spend 1. Let's be safe. And that's 3 successes easily, because it's a road as well. And you know what? I'll pump it up just a bit so she gets a really good dose, because Sketch is a bit concerned. Oh, that's a fail, but I still got 3 successes, so I will pump 2 into duration and 1 into effect. But yeah, Taylor,
Okay.
yes, he takes her on a bit of a dance. It's one of the more slower, more intimate, dances. So he can actually, I even put the music on that he's using for this. I imagine stuff like this starts playing, cinematic wise. But it's very deliberate. It's almost like it's focusing on that attention and care that he needs to give, essentially.
Okay. I'll let you do that. So make me a perception alertness roll.
Sure. Nope. Too focused.
All right. So you're able to make it to the VIP lounge. You see, it's kind of a short, stocky guy in a suit. I don't have a picture for him. But he's got his hair, slicked back. He looks at this girl, and Hannah, you just left. You're not getting any more tonight. And she puts a hand on his chest, kind of gives him a playful shove. No, silly, it's for my friend, what'd you say your name was?
Damien.
It's for my friend Damien. And this guy looks you up and down, Damien. All right. VIP is an extra 50.
All right, you're the boss, big man. I'm just here for the party. Slide into his wallet.
He holds his hand out. He'll take the cash from Sketch and tuck it in the inside of his jacket pocket, and he opens the door to the VIP lounge. And what you see is it's a lot like the area you just came from in terms of lighting. But there's significantly fewer people.
No, I don't want some water. Thank you very much, random citizen.
There's significantly fewer people here. The majority of the people that are here, they're just kind of quietly sitting at the bar. There's a bartender. Looks like he's mixing a drink for someone.
Sketch is like, this is a change of pace. You just, slide up to the bar, order himself a drink. Probably like a beer or something, nothing too fat, nothing fancy.
Yeah, you get a beer, and man, Hannah is really hanging on to you.
Whew. He's like, all right, gotta deal with, all right, I'm just gonna have a +1 for this duration of this. So he just, looks around, just scanning the room, seeing anyone who's recognizable, anyone who's not, but just glancing, keeping an eye on A, his wallet, but more importantly, B, who's watching him come in.
All right. So, what are you looking at in here? Are you looking at people's life signs? Are you looking at their body language?
Life signs first, and then body language.
Okay, roll me that perception alertness. Or perception medicine.
We'll go with the alertness first. It's higher dice pool. And I failed. And I'll roll the medicine now. But I got 2 on the medicine.
Okay. So, with a perception medicine, looking at these people, a lot of them have the same mix of stuff as Hannah. There's a couple people that have something different, something. With your life side, it looks like a void. And you've been around in life and magic in general enough to know that that's probably some kind of entropy effect or entropic energy.
Are these people all together, or are they in separate areas?
There's a bunch of them clustered in a little area nearby that has couches. Some of them are sitting at the bar sipping drinks. They all kind of seem like they're just there to chill.
What he'll do is, with Hannah as his companion, and as they're drinking, it's picture time. We'll take some pictures together, but he always makes sure to in the background are those people. Just so he can take a look at them later, see if he can notice anything distinctive. Right now, the music is thumping, everything is going on. So he's like, you know what, I'll just snap a picture of me and Hannah here. Oh, they're in the background, perfect. But he'll look around again and see, does anyone distinctly stand out as, the most important person in the room and all that type of shit. And even in VIP rooms, you got the big VIP.
Yep. So, looking around the room,
Water.
Water. Water everywhere.
I mean, we're lucky we didn't come in on like some sort of theme night that required the sprinklers to be on.
Oh, God.
I sense your bitterness, sir.
So, just from looking around the room, you judge this girl to be the probably the most important person there in the room, just from the way people are hanging around her. And the fact she seems like the most sober out of the bunch.
You whisper down to Hannah. Who's she?
Hannah picks her head up. Oh, that's Jeannie. She's awesome.
Why is she awesome?
You know, she's just fun to be around, and you know, plus she's the manager, so.
Oh, she's the manager.
Yeah, you're friends with her. You get pretty much everything the club has to offer.
How do I make friends?
Hannah kind of tilts her head to the side. Thinks about it for a minute. She spends a lot of time back here with the people who are enhancing their experience.
Enhancing? Eyebrow raise. What does that mean?
You know what you came here for.
Oh, well, why don't you introduce me?
Okay. And she slides down off the bar stool, kind of takes a minute to steady herself and leads you over. She just kind of plops down next to Jeannie. Hey, Jeannie, I have somebody I want you to meet. His name's Damien. He's my new friend. You can see she cuddles up to Jeannie kind of the same way she cuddled up to you, and Jeannie just lets an arm kind of protectively wrap over Hannah's shoulders. And she looks at you. Well, Damien, it's nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you.
She holds the hand out.
I hear you're quite pleasurable company. Shake his hand. Or hand.
Well, I can be quite pleasant company, yes, but you know, I don't really take very kindly to people being taken advantage of in my club.
Taken advantage of? All I'm doing is just taking her out for a dance. I don't think there's anything wrong with that.
I don't see a problem with taking a girl for a dance, especially a girl like Hannah. She'll just kind of let her hand wrap a little more possessively around Hannah's waist. You love dancing, don't you, babe? Hannah just smiles and nods. Sketch.
Yeah.
Make me an intelligence alertness roll. Difficulty 7.
Sure. 4 successes.
Man, that girl is in bad shape.
Yep, that's why I casted my thing on her.
Hey, that's the weird thing. You know she's protected from the effects of the drugs.
Mm-hmm.
But she's not. She seems like she's getting steadily worse anyway.
Noted.
And she maybe it's that you're closer now. Maybe the lighting over here is a little better. But now is when you notice how pale she looks.
Yeah, his eyes tilt. Just doesn't say anything, just watches. Casually flicks out his like, oh, don't mind me, you know what I mean? Everyone does it. I'm just taking out my phone to text somebody. He'll message Kevin and they could just send a group text. I'm with the manager upstairs and whatever drugs they're feeding this girl that I'm with. It's heavy duty shit.
Yeah, the message comes back. What do you mean heavy duty?
I did something and it's still affecting her anyway.
And Kevin will chip in. Their mojo and ours don't mix, remember?
Yeah.
All right. So, gonna switch things up for a minute. Taylor,
Mm-hmm.
you're making your way to the ladies' room, weren't you?
Yeah, when she has the essentially the expensive / snazzy drink, because she figures if she doesn't know there's a VIP lounge,
Mm-hmm.
but she figures if they're gonna dose anything with a little bit of vampire shenanigans, it might be the kind of namesake, expensive, desirable, like signature drink. So she's gotten that. And are you familiar with the bangles you can wear that are essentially flasks?
Yes.
Yeah, so she's taking a trip to the bathroom with her drink. Just don't mind me. And she is going to essentially bring some home because she's paranoid of casting in the club. She is aware that other people can pick up on what she's doing, so she figures she will just take some of it home and figure it out there.
So you kind of dance your way through the throng of people toward the restrooms, which helpfully are marked with a glowing neon sign.
As you do.
And as you do, you bump directly into this guy.
Yeah, she just does the classic thing where you bump, so you kind of like throw the one arm out a little bit to make sure that if your drink sloshes, it doesn't slosh on anybody.
Yeah, a hand comes out on your shoulder. Hey, sorry. You okay there?
Oh, yeah, fine. Sorry. Just little claustrophobic in here, you know?
He gives you a look up and down and hey, roll me your perception awareness.
Oh boy. I have an awareness score. Thank God. I'm really good at forgetting to buy it. Woo! I got 2 successes.
Oh, nice. Oh, he definitely did something, and it was definitely magic.
And what was he doing? Just like looking her up and down?
Yep, like looking her up and down. He just kind of gives you a pat. Yeah, you know.
She gives a glance down, kind of brushes her shirt, like, oh, did I get some on me?
No, you're totally fine. Just, kind of surprised to see a girl like you here alone.
Gives a shrug and a smile. He says, I'm alone. Jesus. Yeah, it's just the shrug, the smile, and the who says I'm alone? And fucking, just gestures towards the ladies' room.
Well, you bumped into me all by yourself, and I know you girls tend to roam places like these in packs, so. He gives a shrug.
She was talking up a guy. Sometimes you do have to brave the throng. I'm a big girl. I think I can take it.
Yeah, well, as long as you got someone watching your back. Just holler if you need anything. And he kind of makes his way back out into the crowd.
I just am a bit of a perplexed look. Like, I see your shit. How do you see my shit? I don't have anything. Ooh. No likey. Because she's like sitting here and like assessing, like doing the little, like, okay, I don't have any active items. I didn't cast anything on myself. Why can you see me? And yeah, there's just that kind of perplexed little look after him, like, well, that wasn't weird. And yeah, all the more reason to slide into the ladies' room, because he isn't going to follow her in there. If he does, he will be violently ejected by all the women in the ladies' room.
So you're in the ladies' room. And, God damn it. So you make your way. Red. So you make your way into the ladies' room, and
You want some red?
I do want some red. Yes.
You want some red, fuckboy? No,
I got a whole martini glass of red right here.
Yeah, exactly.
That's okay. It's all right. I see you, guy trying to find the ladies without a herd, and I answer you this if you keep pushing your shits in the side chat.
Don't
See
worry,
what
Taylor.
you've done.
Don't worry, Taylor. Fucking tell Sketch and Kevin about this guy. Here it comes.
Yeah,
So-
she eases in there, and yeah, we'll wait for a stall so
It's-
she can kife a little bit of this drink, pour the rest
Yeah,
out in the
it's-
toilet.
It's kind of crowded. It's not super crowded, but like, you know, there's
The crowd's
people
around the
there.
mirrors. We know how it is.
Yeah, there's people, you know, they're checking their makeup, they're doing their hair, people are going in and out of the stalls. Some poor girl is tragically without sanitary supplies, and that time of the month has just started for her.
Women are
There's-
digging in their purses as the mask goes to help.
Yep.
Yeah, she
It's
will.
like that hot dog gif, but it's all tampons.
So yeah, she will secret herself into the stall long enough to make sure she gets a little bit of the drink into the bracelet, wipes off any that spills onto the bangle, caps it, pours the rest down the toilet so she doesn't have to fake drinking it. You know, takes a minute, flushes, and comes out, and we'll make sure, you know, does the. We really do run in packs. So there's the glance around, like, does anyone need their hair held? Is everyone okay? All right, all is well here. That woman has so many tampons now. Awesome. And, you know, just casually pulls out her phone and tucks herself in the corner, you know, so she's not taking mirror real estate and isn't in the way of the stalls. And yeah, just the phone comes up and into the same little group message. There is some guy on the floor with white hair who managed to... I think he pegged me. I
I'm on the
don't
way.
have anything going, but
I'm moving.
I'm on the way.
might be a mage. Got the tingle.
All right. So, Sketch, as you're getting this message, you can see Jeannie is, you know, like motioning for the bartender to come and get this poor girl some food, because she needs something in her system. There is alcohol, drugs, something. It is just, she needs some food, and, you know, making sure that she has a place where she can lay down and rest. And he's just she's actually whispering something into one of those fancy little smartwatches.
Sketch would be like, what? It is, like I said, I only wanted to introduce myself. You know, your friend here said, make a passing introduction, so, won't let you get out of your hair, you know. I'll be, down, you know, enjoying your club and all that, so, you know,
All right. Well, nice to meet you, Damien. Hope to see you again.
oh, definitely with this place, you'll be sure to. Yeah, Moves quite. No, I wouldn't say like he sprints down the stairs, but it's like I'm gonna go downstairs and meet Kevin on the dance floor.
And yeah, it's the chat is idly pinging, as you know, it's gave me a look over when I got the tingle. Pretty sure it was a mage checking. Dunno, could be something else. Seemed awful concerned that I was alone though.
Well, on the way down.
Let me know when you're down and I'll come back out of the bathroom.
You wait till he spots Kevin on the dance floor before flicking out his phone to send Tay like the thumbs up text of I'm here.
Yeah, that is when she'll, give one of the ladies a pat so she can get around her and slide back out the door with the empty glass. Probably just deposit that on a random table like you do.
Mm-hmm. Okay, Team Watchdog.
Yep.
Both of you make me a perception alertness roll. Difficulty is unfortunately going to 8 because of the crowd.
1 success.
All right.
Nope.
Okay, so Kevin, the description, dude, white hair. Man, they're just like every blonde guy you see in this light seems like he's got white hair.
That's not inaccurate. Like,
But Sketch, you key in on him.
Oh, I got you now, motherfucker.
He's at the bar. Let's be chatting up the bartender.
Sketch will just, as he's walking, moseying up behind him, activating his, making sure his arcane is activated. He'll pop Kevin a message. Bar. Follow me.
yeah, Kevin hones in on that.
And Sketch will appear at his right side.
Kevin ends up on his left.
You can see his hand goes to his pocket. Well, I can't say I'm not flattered, but neither one of you boys are really my type.
Just a very casual glance over. Oh, no, but I hear checking out ladies outside the bathrooms is.
Looking for the one that split off from the pack.
I mean, yeah, it is pretty classic, but yeah. Well,
Here's the problem with how you're doing right now. That little joy buzzer in your pocket's only got enough battery for one guy.
he pulls his hand out of his pocket. Pulls out a smartphone, checks the battery. I could probably make a couple calls if I needed to.
Probably. Then again, so could we.
But do I need to?
That's the question. Do we?
I mean, I don't know who you'd call. Maybe your friend? No, she probably already called you, didn't she?
Maybe I'll call somebody who can rearrange something about you. Or maybe I'll do it myself.
Maybe we don't go hounding after girls we think are alone anymore, huh?
Is that what you think I'm doing? So why are you two here? Actually, better yet, why are the three of you here? He turns around and leans back against the bar. I mean, you know what this place is, don't you?
It's called a nightclub, buddy.
Nightlife goes on here.
And I'm betting you're here looking for a certain kind of nightlife.
And I'm betting you're here to creep on girls in bathrooms, so I think we're about guessing each other's, dick size already. So
Yeah, man, so you just keep harping on the creeping on girls and bathroom things. I don't think you're looking at the big picture.
it's just, smiles to himself, like, big picture. No, I'm pretty sure I figured out who you are, and the edgy replies I'm getting more or less kind of cement that.
All right, I get it. Little Red is not, in fact, alone.
Oh, no, you don't get it just yet. Sketch just tilts his head. Why don't we take a walk outside? Maybe my friend and I'll explain it. That way we can settle this amicably.
Sure, as long as my friend joins us.
Which friend
Come
is that?
on, what have you got to lose?
Which friend is that?
He'll point to a girl down in the other end of the bar.
Sure. I do enjoy having a multiple go at this.
She gives you a little wave.
But he leans in. Your friend would want to move quickly. And you know what? It'll be a sly move. You just get right up in there and sketch. You know what? I'll roll manip intimidation. Fuck it. Because I'm thug like that. It's 2 successes and sketch will lean in. Because the next time I see you looking at that girl anyway sideways again, I'll take that very unkindly.
Message received. You can see he takes out his phone, texts something, and the girl starts moving toward the exit. He'll turn around. You might want to round up the rest of your people. I wouldn't leave them in here alone.
Taylor gets a text. Want to watch us beat up a predator?
She is working her way across, so there's the pause to check the phone. And there's the oh god, as she quickly, hurries herself along because it's oh dear. Let's make sure this is deserved.
He'll pop a
scores
text.
a little faster along.
He'll pop a text to Rain. Shit might get heavy.
He gets a text back from Rain. Shit. Okay, I'll grab Mike. We'll start headed out.
Nah. Mike ain't one of us.
Shit. Alright, how much time do you need?
More than 10 minutes by the looks of things. So let's move. And he just starts walking.
Alright. So Rain sends back a thumbs up.
Yeah, I'm assuming we're heading out to the back.
Yep, you guys head out to the back of the club. All 5 of you.
Yep, yep.
So, you get outside. It's where you meet, you properly meet this guy and his friend. I'm standing outside waiting for you guys. Just like actually kind of standing about like they are in the picture, waiting for you guys to make a move or say something.
Yeah, once Taylor does catch up, for what it's worth, she will catch one of Sketch's arms.
Sketch comes out, easing his hands in his pockets, very rigid. Like faces him directly.
He turns to you, Taylor. Yeah, no, Little Red, if I made you uncomfortable, you could have just said so. You didn't have to send your attack dogs after me.
The fuck did you call me? And Sketch takes a step forward, you know what I mean?
Little
Kevin
tug on
just
the
shrugs
arm.
his shoulders like, well,
There's a tug on the arm. You clearly don't get how guys acting predatory works. You don't confront that yourself. But what did you do earlier?
Took a look at a girl who bumped into me to make sure she wasn't in over her head.
What did you actually look at?
I looked at your aura, honey.
You do that to every girl you bump into?
Here? Yeah.
And that doesn't usually raise alarms? You just firing things off? You don't think they're going to notice?
Now the girl kind of steps forward. Most of us don't take it as an insult. I mean, it's comforting to know someone's out there watching our backs.
Comforting to just feel that something happened and not know what? Comforting to know that you bump into someone, they look you up and down and get the tingle in the back of your neck? Especially considering where we were? Where we are?
And how threatened did you actually feel? You didn't take the time to look back, did you?
There's just this squint at her like, are you for real right now?
And, she crosses her arms.
Look back at what? I watched him leave.
But you didn't check him out.
No. Because, unlike some people, I take into consideration that someone else might know what I'm doing. Which is exactly what started this in the first place.
That's why we figured you out, fuckboy.
You really mean you guys just wandered in there with no...
With every awareness that there are other things in there that can give me a tingle in the back of my neck, yeah.
and no way to see them coming.
We figured out you pretty quick.
I mean,
The way to see them coming, if I was going to do it at all, I would have done it well before I walked in and kept it that way. Not been firing it off on the dance floor.
That's the point.
So while I get that you're suggesting that I should have had one up, that doesn't explain why you didn't either, and why you were firing it off on the dance floor, and why I would think that you were anything safe when I have never seen either of you before.
You know what? I'm going to cut to the chase. Who do you two belong to?
And the girl smiles. We don't belong to anybody. We're street mages.
I see. Then get the fuck out of here, then.
No, are you claiming this as your turf now?
New Jersey is the tradition turf.
Oh.
I mean, we can do this the easy way. Because there's a lot of us here, more than you.
Yeah, you know what? I think I will do this the easy way. She'll pull out her phone, hit a couple buttons, let it ring. Hey, Chastity, there's a couple traditionalists giving us some issue. You mind setting straight for us?
Tell Chastity it's Sketch, the one they're back talking, and then she'll shut the fuck up.
Yeah, she relays the message, hands the phone out.
Puts his hand, his phone. You better have a fucking good reason why these two bitches are fucking bucking up against us.
All right, Sketch. I'm gonna try to explain this to you. Leave these two alone, all right? They're mine.
They bucked up against us. They pushed.
What did they do exactly? You know what? I don't care what they did. Okay, I'll take care of it. Just.
Oh, you'll take care of it?
Yes, I'll take care of it.
How? Because right now they nearly gave us away when we're on an op. So how are you going to reimburse me and my people when we're doing you a favor?
You're doing me a favor.
Yeah. And the longer I sit here out on the phone to you, me, Kev, Taylor, well, we won't find out what this whole drug and vampire problem is going on. So,
all right. Give the phone back to Evie. They're not going to bother you again.
Toss the phone back to her.
She takes the phone, walks off. You can hear her chatting to Chastity for a bit.
What it's worth, Taylor does. She does keep an arm just like hooked through Sketches. She's not trying to overall control him. It's, if anything, it's in part to reassure her. Though when he does pass the phone off and she walks away, Kevin's still watching, so she does give a little tug to pull him down, and honestly, probably just murmurs into his ear asking, "What's a street mage?"
From what I can tell, orphans without a lot of self-esteem. Gutter mages, man. They creep around sometimes. They're usually not loud or buck. Hell, most of them keep themselves. They're usually real well behaved about that because they want to survive.
Yeah, there's a bit of a brownet, but a not.
Usually I like them. They know what's what.
And she just nods acceptance of the answer and goes back to chewing thoughtfully on her lip.
I mean, the guy, he doesn't make a move toward you, but he is definitely keeping himself positioned between you and Evie while she's talking on the phone. And eventually she calls out to him, Jonah, we're going. He gives you guys a look, takes several steps back before turning around, meeting up with her and heading off. Who knows where?
And Kevin looks at Sketch. This is a fucking bus, man.
Yeah. Yeah, it fucking is. We should get the fuck out of here. That was fucking too big. Fuck.
Come on, man.
Yeah, let's fucking go. Let's get the fuck out of here. Give Raymond. No, you're fine. You didn't do anything wrong.
You find anything in particular?
I got the club manager's name and she invited me back.
All
Stop.
right.
Yeah. We made first contact. We're good.
I did grab some of the that really big signature drink just so we could take it back and get a look at it, see if there's anything in it. I don't know
Alright.
that it'll actually go anywhere, but I thought it was worth a shot.
Yeah. No. We've got our leads. Let's get the fuck out of here.
And as they're making their fair escape, another news, Waldo's been at it.
Yeah, I saw.
Thing on the news.
Yeah.
A lawyer. She
This
had a
time
pull
it-
face like I can't see it.
Evening's still young. We could stop by, rattle their cage a little.
We gotta go see that girl anyway, so we might as well.
All right. Kevin flicking his hair because he's pretty tonight.
Oh. Yeah, we'll get in the car and drive down to the fucking hospital.
He just looks at like Sketch like looks so surprised with the Damon thing, man.
Just wasn't ready.
Look, I in my younger and wilder days, I had a bit of a go-to, and you see, back in my day, we didn't have these little things there to, make quick work of a thin story. So, was kind of my way of being around. It's funny. That's how I met my ex-wife. Is she figured me out pretty quick.
Look over at Taylor as well. And don't you worry about them. They're fucking idiots, man. That's why you stick with a crowd.
Look, it kind of baffles me because usually their type, you wouldn't even know they were there.
I
Yeah.
don't think he expected me to get the idea on what he was doing. I mean, he did say if I needed help to call, but it was just weird.
I'll put it this way: in their lifestyle, the young ones tend to go down pretty fast unless they get smart.
They have Chastity's protection by the looks of things. That's why they're probably still rocking it.
Which one's Chastity?
The fucking hollowed one.
Yeah. Yeah, it doesn't look like she wields a lot of authority, though. They're running around all wild like that.
Yeah.
I mean, aren't they essentially doing the same thing we were?
Seems sloppier.
It's a helpless kind of shrug.
And we didn't even know about them, really. A lot of things we're not knowing about, which I don't like.
Whereas this whole thing, depending on what we scrape out of it, is part of something a little bigger.
Yeah. I used an effect on one of the girls I met. Her name's Hannah. That girl was dancing. It's something I can use to help people's intolerance to whatever drugs they were giving her. When she met with that club owner, it was like she was literally fading away. Like right there in front of me.
That's
after you did it?
It's like the effect I did nothing. It increased her tolerance, but whatever it was
So-
doing, it just...
It's in line with what Yoshi was saying. According to him, it's survivable, but
Yeah.
I mean,
not pretty.
was she one of us or just
Just regular human by the looks of things. I didn't...
so is there anything she could have had in her system that would be worse if
I
it started
checked.
to fade?
I checked.
The way that our guys up in the pet shop laid it out, this stuff that they're putting out, their stuff, is the worst. It'll outpace and outlast anything else, and it can fuck some of these people up for life.
Yeah.
I knew it could mess with us. I didn't know it could.
It does something right bad to them because Yoshi's sister, not one of us. Still took her years to get around.
Jesus. Okay. Yeah. So
They,
something that gets worse when it starts to fade.
They make a lot of money really fast because it's massively addictive and it's potent. And then they clear out.
Know that, and if it has that kind of reaction when it starts to fade off, you'd be desperate to get another hit, wouldn't you?
Bingo. As bad as we're doing, normal people have it pretty bad too.
That's... Oh, we've got in. I imagine if we're putting 2 and 2 together, maybe that manager is the one that guy was collecting, but let's not count our chickens. So far, she's told me to come back under the name of Damien. So
I'll put it this way, Sketch. Let's say you're this guy. You keep a herd of people around you at all times.
yeah.
Makes sense to have a manager, wouldn't it?
Oh yeah. Like I said, we've only just gotten on the first stage. Got a while to go yet.
Yeah.
So let's not overstep. Thankfully, the other 2 didn't jeopardize anything. We just look like a bunch of people going. So let's go check on our ecstatics. I want to make sure that girl is better.
All right.
All right, so I assume you guys are cabbing over?
Yeah, we'll get a cab over.
All right.
We're just going to keep looking pretty.
Oh, hell yes.
Just waltz in like I'm
Yep.
beautiful.
Tay a lot more mellow this time around. She's just gonna nest up next to Sketch for the ride and probably be fairly quiet because that was weird.
All right, so it takes a while. Maybe about half an hour. Traffic's a little better headed in this direction. It's just a ways away from where you are. You get to the door. People aren't expecting you this time. But you're able to ring.
Yeah, just wait, you know.
And you are greeted by... Let's see. greeted by her.
Hey, Brooklyn.
Hey, Brooklyn, yourself.
I'm Bonix. Me and Kev here to take a look at your girl. We think we might be able to help.
All right. You, wow. You look hotter than I remember.
Sketch just laughs like, oh boy. I woke up like this as he's walking in.
Yeah, she nods and, okay. All right, come on up. She leads you upstairs.
Yep, TT will follow along. She'll be grumbling to herself as she goes, just because I was going to do a thing, but I didn't do the. Oh. Grumble, grumble, grumble.
She leads you upstairs to Kathleen's room. And she's curled up in the hospital bed. She looks a bit better. Than the last time you saw her. She's seems to be in better spirits.
Pokes his head in. Hey.
Oh, hey, Sketch. How you been?
All right. How you been? You looking good?
I'm doing okay.
Okay. This is my buddy Kev. This is Taylor as well.
She nods.
A little wave.
Nice to meet you both. Oh, you guys know Kelly.
Smirks over Kelly.
And Kelly just gives a smile and a wave.
So, Kev and I have been looking over all the things you gave me. We think we might have a solution to maybe what happened with the transfer of power and all that you were trying to do.
Oh, you think it went wrong?
Yeah, we think kind of maybe backfired a bit with the whole transferring, the flame to go out and all that, like you were saying.
If I had to give a guess, I'm guessing you were trying to give it some juice and you weren't able to give it as much as you thought you could, huh?
Yeah. Waldo said something to that effect. That, might have overcharged myself. Because, I didn't get any energy into the flame. It just died.
Yeah, explains the thing I noticed around you as well. Glad Waldo stopped by.
Yeah, he's been in and out a few times. Yeah, but he stopped by last night before he went to get Jared and Frankie at the airport.
Well, that's good, at least.
Do you know what? You said this is a hospital room, right?
I mean, like, this is very clearly somebody's house. But it is set up like a hospital room.
All right. Feel free to assume that Taylor is engaging the craft nerd glance around because she struggles to do magic without tools, so she is
Mhm.
looking for something that can, in a pinch, substitute for the thing that she already has sitting back at the chantry. Blah. Something that'll at least serve as like a grounding line. Even if it means like, oh hey, look, someone's old phone cord. Fuck it. I'm just gonna have to say sorry and give them $20 for another one. So yeah, she's just glancing around looking for likely objects that she can jury rig into what she needs.
There are a couple of extension cables.
Yeah. So as they talk, she's puttering over and making sure that nothing is plugged into the actual, any actual machinery that's hooked up to her, because that would be fucking awful.
Babe.
But it's very possible that an extension cord is about to be sacrificed, especially if she can find anything metal to work into it. Something like even a fork or something.
There's not a fork in here, but there is like a food tray. So there's gotta be food and silverware somewhere, even if it's not in the room.
Yeah, she'll sidle off and probably just be quietly asking her friend for things like, do you have a wire cutter, and gotta get like a fork or a knife or something made of metal.
And she nods to why don't you head downstairs with me?
And she nods and follows her up so they can have that conversation while she is trying to jury rig some things.
So, Kevin and I are very adept at life. So we were thinking we're gonna, help counteract some of the effects on your body, as well as see how that's gonna mitigate the toll on you.
I appreciate it. I really do, but Jared should be back any time now. And I'd feel a little better if you guys ran this by him first.
Kevin looks at Sketch.
All right.
Not too harm in it.
Sure.
I don't want to sound ungrateful. I just...
No. Look, it's important during the process that you be as comfortable as you can be. There's no harm in it, really.
Yeah, like I said, no pressure at all.
She nods and
Kevin will kind of motion for Sketch so they can have a little bit of a side conversation.
He gets up.
You know who this Jared is?
No. Not really.
Huh.
I don't know any of these fucking people.
Well,
I've only met them about a week now, probably. So
okay.
I reckon we'll be shoved out when they get arrive. So don't get your hopes up.
Maybe, maybe not.
Trust me. After the way I talk to Waldo, I get the impression that I'll be persona non grata. So
Put it this way. Right now, a lot of these guys, they're going to go with whoever they think the winning horse is. This could be rough on us, yeah. Could also be your chance to present yourself as that horse.
we'll see.
All right.
Let's get to go if they have a back garden. He'll just go out and light a cigarette out there. Stress smoke.
there is like a little patio.
Stress patio.
It's it's got some chairs. There's some plants. There's a nice little fire pit there. You gather it's meant to be like a place where people that are staying here can get some fresh air and enjoy nature instead of being cooped up inside all day.
He just sits in one of the fucking little plastic chairs and just lights a cigarette, really.
And in the meantime, I need to know when you get a chance what my diff is and how many successes I need to prime this thing.
Okay.
Thankfully, with the reduced diff, it's still 4 on crafting it.
Okay, it'll be 1 success to prime bomb it. And extra successes will lower the difficulty on magically enhancing it by 1 each.
And you said it's diff 2 again?
Yep.
Okay. Yeah, I do not know if they need to walk past where Tay is to go where they're going, or if they're just stepping out from that room directly.
Kevin's just kind of around in the house. Feel the easiest time with him.
Yeah, I mean it's weird shit. She's literally taken an extension cord and has chopped off the ends, the plug, the plug on either end, has stripped away some of the plastic, has been wrapping it carefully around the whatever utensil she was given. Something with an actual handle like you can stick your hand through is even better. So she's been winding it up and is casting, is doing her best, but whatever she's doing, it looks weird as shit because the wire doesn't seem to really go to anything. Let's see what she can pull off. And you know what? We're just gonna do this time. Which hilariously gave her 3 successes. But yeah, Taylor is weirdly focused on some freaky looking little project that mostly probably looks like she's cobbling together junk.
Kevin's interested, but he's also looking at something he doesn't fully understand, so it doesn't interrupt your flow.
No, that's legit. And Sketch is still talkable while Tay is focused.
I am outside. So.
Okay, Taylor, where have you set up shop in the house? Where you got the metal bits?
Honestly, she'll probably ask if there's a better place for her to do it. Otherwise, she's just there, if there's an island counter in the kitchen or something, so be it. Just somewhere where she can sit and use the wire cutters to strip away the plastic from part of the cord and wind it around, and probably even use the other end to fashion certain patterns as she's trying to prime bomb it and then prep it to do more with.
All right, yeah. So you'll find yourself in the small kitchen.
Yeah, probably just leaning elbows on the counter.
And while you're there, and this man will come in from the side door. Sorry, didn't know we had visitors.
Oh, yeah, sorry. My bad. Offers a handout because she's finished the one effect. Taylor.
Jared. Nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you too.
I'm guessing you're here visiting Kathleen.
Yes.
Yeah, I figured as much. Working on there.
Something that might or might not help.
So you're one of the ones who came by and take a peek at our girl with forces?
This is my first time over. Sketches, she points, like, off to where he is. Well, she assumes still in the room or wherever she saw him walking.
Nice to meet you. He nods and heads off in the direction she indicated.
All right. Then yes, as long as I know what I need for my next rolls, I can go silent for a bit.
Okay. So you prime bombed it. Your next roll, you need to combine prime and forces to create the effect. Both second level, and you'll need matter 2 to stick it in. You're basically enhancing the item. So I'm not going to make you spend pass on it. This is like a one-shot thing. So that is going to be your base difficulty is going to be 5. You're gonna knock 1 off of that to take it down to 4 for rote. I know one of your tools that you're using is a focus, so that's going to take it back down to 3. And you can just roll your dice. You will need at least 4 successes in order to get this to go off the way you want.
Okay, and every successive roll, the diff gets higher, right?
With each success, yes, with each successive roll, the difficulty goes up.
Okay.
You can lower it by spending Quint.
Mhm.
And you can spend willpower. You can spend willpower every roll if you want.
Never fear. I'm a crazy person. And I really don't want this to blow up. So yeah, okay. So I will take little notes and feel free to fade over to sketch.
All right, sketch. It takes a while, but you're eventually joined by this man on the patio. He sits down in a chair near you.
Sketch just glance over, like mid-inhale.
Stressed out?
Nope.
Yeah, I guess that's fair. I mean, I came home and there's a girl doing something with extension cords and magic in my kitchen, and I've been hearing the whole time I've been gone about getting home as fast as possible, and Waldo's been cutting through legal red tape, and he told me someone came by to pay her a visit and saw something that he'd missed.
Yeah. Seem to notice that a lot about things lately.
Yeah, well, that's good for you. And good for her, too.
Mm-hmm. So you gonna sass me, or do you want to know what I saw?
Well, from what Waldo says, you saw electricity in her aura, and her seizures are getting worse.
She overcharged herself based on what she wrote in the rituals she gave me. Myself and Kevin in there, we determined that she was trying to transfer power over, and it backfired. Instead of transferring the power into the fire to give it life, she did it into herself. We'll explain what the force's effect is, trickling around her aura. Using new tools was what she told me she was doing.
Yeah. Did you say what kind of tools?
Not really. She seems to be avoiding the topic.
Sounds about right for her.
Yeah, well, everybody seems to like avoiding topics here, so it's nothing I'm not used to. So, we need to figure out what exactly she was using. And seeing that we can see the forces and life, well, with life and forces combined, I imagine we can mitigate the damage.
So speaking about topics no one wants to talk about. You know, I heard a year ago Chesty was bringing in a fixture named Sketch to help bring us some stability. This is the first time I'm meeting you. I don't know whether that's a good thing or a bad thing. Are you here now because these girls are in some kind of trouble?
Look over. I'm here because I heard people are in need of help. I came over the other day because I heard that somebody was having a problem. I asked to speak to the girl privately because I figured she didn't want to be embarrassed about talking and about a problem in front of everybody else, because I know what it's like to be not as good as everybody else in the chantry the first time around.
Kelly's had seizures her whole life. She doesn't like to feel like a burden to other people.
Not. So I asked to talk to her in private. She doesn't feel like a burden.
Smart move.
Now, the problem is her not telling us things means that we're only playing guesswork with our hands and hoping that we're striking the right balance. That's not good enough, particularly with this case. I get that she's nervous, but she's got to be straight up. It's the only way we can help.
I'll go up and talk to her.
Like I said, tell her there's no pressure on her and she's not in trouble. But we can help.
I know you're here to help her, and I think she knows it too, but she's,
I get it.
She has difficulty accepting it.
I get it. I get it. And tell her I get it. But accepting things and accepting help and doing all that is how we stay alive.
Yeah, and while you're here working with these girls, maybe you can help Waldo get his head out of his ass.
Oh, I already told him that. I don't think Waldo has a very high opinion of me, and I don't have a very high opinion of him. So as long as we're clear, the only reason I'm here is for these people, not for him. I don't give a fuck about him. I give a fuck about them. And if that's how you feel about those girls, you and me are going to get along just fine.
I don't know how much you heard about me or not. I'm basically our doctor. This is my house and I set it up So we have an alternative to going to a regular hospital.
That's smart. But the problem is, Waldo missed that, and you were away. Now, again, it's not your fault. You're doing the cause. What happens if I wasn't around to spot that?
Yeah, it could have gotten really bad. She's close with the other two girls, Sarah and Kelly, and they can help keep her going with life. But that's about all they can do. And Waldo is highly specialized.
Yeah. Well, I ain't interested in highly specialized. I'm interested right now in us figuring out the problem.
So, I will go up and talk with Kelly. Your friends are in the kitchen.
Nod?
See if you can give them a hand, however you can, and hopefully we can get Kathleen to come around.
If you want, Taylor in there. While she may be a bit nervous of me, and I get why she is, I know the rep I carry. Taylor is one of the other survivors from New York. She was probably just as scared as Kathleen is at one point. It'd be a good idea to bring someone who gets it far more than any of us do at this point.
Didn't know we had more survivors from New York here.
You're looking at 2 of them. 3 if you count Rain.
Ah, Rain. Yeah, I know her.
That's where we all come from. So, my advice, take Taylor with you. She's good like that.
You know what? When she's done, go ahead and send her on up.
You nod.
And Jared will leave to head upstairs.
Yeah, let's get to come into the gang.
Tay is, I mean, she doesn't look like she's fixated, like she's trying to work magic so much as she's just kind of turning the thing this way and that and squinting at it, and has at least taken the time to take the wire and wind it into particular patterns, probably to help her with her half of it. Though she does glance up as he comes in, offers a half-hearted grin. I
He's
think
gonna
I
go.
did it.
Nice. What have you done?
She kind of rolls up the cord and offers the whole thing out. And I imagine, I'm trying to think of something in a kitchen that would have a handle like that. And all I can think of is like scissors, something metal with a round handle that she could wind it in through. So it's probably that wired shut at this point, with a pattern going around the handles and up around part of the blade as well. Well, the now bound together blades. It's a one shot, but if she's supercharged, like you guys said, this should tap off the excess.
Well,
and make it easier for you guys to actually fix her.
well, why don't you bring that upstairs and go up with him and have a talk with her? She's not telling us about the foci she's using. Not fully. She's scared.
me to give it a try?
It's coming from a very similar position as you did at one point.
What's her deal? Exactly.
Seizures all her life. By the looks of things, she's not accepting the whole mage lifestyle very well.
She's still really new, isn't she?
Yeah.
Yeah, I'll give it a go.
I'll bring this up when you're ready.
Okay. Yeah, she just offers it over to him, honestly.
Yeah, set it down on the table very carefully. Just give a shout when you want me and Kevin to come up. We'll be ready.
Yeah, she does the nod, kind of does the dust the palms off on her, on her skirt type thing, like, okay. And
Sketch. Kevin found the couch.
Yeah, fucking Sketch.
And is once again old man asleep.
Fucking Sketch just shakes his head, goes and fucking sits down on the table.
He might look like he probably once did in his prime, but inside.
Permanently old man. Sketch just sits there, probably just waiting while Tay runs upstairs.
Yeah. Tay comes around, eyeballs the staircase, and probably trots over to catch up to, what was his name?
Jared.
Yeah, trots up. If he's already in the room, she'll, pause at the doorway, like, because she's not gonna just barge in mid-conversation, but if she catches him on the way up, she'll do that. I don't know how much of a head start he has.
And I was muted.
You were.
Yay. So, you'll be able to catch up to Jared. He's talking with this girl
Okie dokie.
outside the room you were in. She's, basically, you can hear them talking. She's telling him, she's taking all her meds. She's eating okay. She's drinking all right. She hasn't had any seizures in about a week, but the last one she had was really bad. And they weren't able to stop it like they normally were with the medication he prescribed. They actually had to use magic to pull her out of it. He kind of nods along. Okay, yeah, that tracks with other things I've heard. He sees you approaching and looks up.
Yeah, there's the little soft nod of like, hey, to make sure that, like, if they're going to stop conversation, they have a chance to do it before she catches up. Hey.
Hey. You need anything else for your little... I don't know what you were doing down there, to be perfectly honest. I assume some kind of magic.
Something like a lightning rod, yeah.
A lightning rod.
Mhm.
He smiles. Smart thinking, kiddo.
I know just little enough to think outside of the box everyone else does, I guess. And he grins. But, I don't know if it's okay, but Sketch thought maybe I could talk to her for a bit before we try to do anything, just to make sure we know what's up and she knows we're safe.
He said you're another survivor from New York.
Yeah.
Then you're okay talking about what happened there.
I was pretty sheltered for most of what happened, but yeah.
She hasn't talked about it hardly at all.
She was in New York?
She was in New York. I know she got out before things really went bad, but she'd get out before the technocracy got there.
Is there any chance she knew anyone I might have?
She hasn't named any names specifically.
Oh, okay.
I'm sorry I can't be of much help there, but
No, that's okay. It just means we can actually talk about it instead of me being the weirdo that asked all the questions before I got there. It's okay. We'll be at equal levels of ignorance, so fair is fair. Brooks a little bit of a smile.
have you got any experience dealing with this kind of thing?
What, like magically or?
Magically and medically?
Oh, absolutely not medically and magically. I can't do what Sketch and Kevin can do. Not yet. It's
Kind
fun.
of.
And with a lightning rod, it's something I can do.
You're a builder. You make things.
Yeah.
Well, we can use a girl like you. To be completely honest, we've been needing one for a while.
As long as, I'll run it through Sketch too, but yeah, as long as I know what people need and have some way to get the materials. I like
Okay.
making things. It's the only
I'll
way I
tell
know
you.
to help.
I tell you what. You. If you could make me something like a modified camera, something that would let me scan the different perceptive wavelengths we have, that would go a long way toward treating some of the people that actually come in here.
Yeah, I'd probably need to get help actually getting it to do the scanning part because I can only see. She kind of toggles it out maybe 4 different ways. But yeah, probably. It shouldn't be hard.
I don't know how much you already know about this place, but I set it up so we could have an alternative toward going to a hospital. Something that's free of outside influence, free of prying eyes, where I can do my work without worrying about how to hide it.
Okay, so weird question. Not necessarily do you already have, but could you get like a broken, I don't know, like x-ray, any sort of scanning machinery? It doesn't have to work. It just needs to be what it's there for.
I could probably find something online.
And broke is probably cheaper. So it'd probably be easier with something like that because I can tweak it to do what you need to do, but it needs to kind of have that purpose to start with, and it'd be a lot easier to start with even a shell of one than to build it from scratch.
I'll see what I can get for you. If
Mhm.
you need anything else to actually make it work, let me know.
Can do.
Again, he opens the door to let you in.
Yeah, and she does that little like kind of that cheapish slide and like, hey, I'm in your room now. I hope that's okay. You know, looking over the bed, does a little wave.
And you can see Jared comes in with you and kind of fatherly puts a hand on Kathleen's shoulder. This is Taylor, Kathleen. She just wants to talk to you, see if we can figure out how to help you best. I've heard some stuff, and I think I've got a pretty good idea of what we need to do, but we need to be sure. If you need me, I'll be out in the hall. I'll give you guys some privacy. He sets you up with a chair you can sit down in next to the bed and heads out into the hallway. And you are left alone with Kathleen.
Well, she plunks down in the chair once it's pulled over and glances over. Hey.
Hey, it's Taylor, right?
Mhm.
I'm Kathleen.
Hey, Kathleen. Here we came from the same winning area.
You're from New York.
Yeah. It's why nobody knows I'm here.
Really?
I mean, this is the first time I've been out of the Chantry since I moved to Jersey. And I've been here going on 2 years.
So, what do you do?
Mostly craft work, sell it online, keep the place running, tinker a little when I can. I'm not very trained, and I'm not going to say I'm not very good, because the parts I've figured out, I think I've got pretty well sussed, but most of it before was, God, back in New York, I made everyone Kevlar. I sort of started off sewing, before. A lot of sewing, a lot of prop work, costumes. I was big into cosplay. So I made Kevlar, but I designed it kind of like, musculature, so it wasn't as heavy, didn't slow people down. And we did a ritual with that once. Souped it up real good. But mostly just trying to make stuff because it's what I know how to do.
I didn't always live in New York. But my mom moved us there to be closer to my doctors. And then when I was probably about 15 or 16, I had a seizure on a stopped subway train, and that's how I am what I am. I guess it took a little while for people to pick me up. And I kind of bounced around from place to place until I found the ecstatics.
Well, in my experience, it's either a really good or really bad crowd, depending on who you got. I guess that's true for like any of the groups, really.
I mean, things were great for a while. They there weren't a lot of us originally, so our chantry was a bookstore that we shared with the Verbena and the Dream Speakers. And then there were more and more Dream Speakers, and they kind of needed space to themselves. And the Verbena, there were a few more of them too, so they just started operating out of their vet clinic, and we got set up in a monastery, then Catholic school attached. It was nice.
It's just kind of like a inquisitive little head tip, like, huh? Just because it seems like a weird choice for ecstatics, but she ain't judging. I mean, I moved into a decommissioned steel mill that we turned into a chantry and stayed there when we weren't out trying to, I guess, save the world or whatever it was. But I stayed in a lot.
I didn't get a chance to learn much there. I mean, it was great. I could go to school every day and just pretend I was normal, but well, things happened and now I'm here.
Yep.
And
anyone teaching you here? Or are you just kind of figuring it out as you go?
Sarah's been teaching me mostly. Tall, dark hair. Not, she's not from New York like me and Kelly. She's from Vermont.
Yeah, there's kind of a helpless shrug if you hasn't met Sarah.
But she only knows so much,
Mm-hmm.
She's actually not much farther along than me, if at all.
I mean, it seems like the beginning part is just figuring out how it works. And I mean, I mostly cheat. I use the things that kind of come to my hands normally, and I mean, if you can look at the magic, it seems to make it easier. It kind of makes more sense when you can look at it.
She nods. I used to use this charm bracelet. My mom got it on my first charm for me when I was little, and every time I had to go to the hospital and see a doctor, she'd tell me how proud she was of me and how brave I was, and the better I got, the more charms I got. I got charms for keeping the appointments and doing what the doctor said. think it was just a way to make things less scary for me at first. And then I could control things with it.
She just kind of nods like that makes sense.
And one of the first things I figured out is that I could play with a couple of the charms on it and turn the lights on and off without having to touch the light switch. That was a pretty cool trick.
So, have a grin.
And more stuff came to me. I I was just kind of idly playing with it one doctor's visit, and I could hear the thoughts of everyone else in the waiting room with me. That was horrifying. I had a hard time shutting it out, but
Yeah. That sounds completely awful. Just the nod. Like, yep, that sounds like the worst thing.
So, why'd you come to talk to me, really?
I mean, for one, it seems kind of weird to all show up and act, like we know exactly what's going on without you knowing who any of us are. And I don't know, it feels shitty to show up and be like, I'm here to fix you without, even doctors say hello, right? Besides, I figured maybe, like I said, I've asked Sketch questions, I've asked Kevin questions, but I've never really had a teacher. And she kind of gives a light gesture to the bed as a whole. If this happened because you're just trying to figure your shit out, I thought maybe if we both kind of don't know exactly what we're doing, I could help figure out where it went wrong, because it means maybe we can undo it and maybe we can keep it from happening again. And I'm not going to come at you like I know exactly what I'm talking about, because I don't. But I don't know. I thought maybe it was more important to talk to you than to just rush in and try to put a big band-aid on the problem or try to fix the problem.
I don't know where it went wrong. I can guess, but
Sometimes it just... She kind of splays the hands. Sometimes it just goes wrong because it goes wrong. I tried to do something just a couple days back that I've done a million times, and it just kind of backfired.
But, like, you still do the same stuff you normally do, right?
Yeah, for the most part. I experiment some. I made something just now that might help. If I understand what the guys are saying, it might make it a lot easier to get whatever's going on kind of cleared up. So once you get fixed up, you stay fixed up.
So, I used to go out every weekend with the other girls. We go to the different clubs, we dance, we hold our own sometimes. Just, to really feel life flowing through us. Feel connected to everything. That flow of energy when you're in a crowd, that's what life is. To me, anyway.
Makes sense.
Brings you closer to the heart of everything. And I started having nightmares.
From what? Or they just happened?
Well, I've had prophetic dreams for a while. Sometimes they're nightmares, sometimes they're not. But, you usually, or at least I always, can tell the symbols are in the right places.
Okay.
And this one keeps happening. I'm at a party and I'm dancing like always, and I realize I'm alone. And I don't know where my friends are. And there's a drink in my hand, and I don't know where it came from or who gave it to me. And I realize I've just been taking what people have been giving me, and I'm in a room full of strangers, and I feel something draining me, like sucking all the life out of me.
It's unconscious, but Tay does reach out and she doesn't set her hand on her hand, but sets it kind of next to it, essentially. Sets the hand there close enough that the fingers touch the side of her hand. It's sympathetic, but she's not trying to overpower. She doesn't know if she's going to pull back or respond positively. That's awful.
So I stopped. And I figured out recently I don't need to use my charm bracelet for everything anymore, so I've been experimenting with new stuff.
Okay.
I wanted to make the fire at Midsummer. I wanted to make it burn. Just set the fire, get it lit and just have it burn until we stop throwing stuff at it. Or, without having to keep feeding it all the time. Just give it a little log every now and then, maybe a few sticks, and have it burn bright.
I get you.
And I figure batteries have power in them. And so I use them. And I guess since Sketch came in and talked to me, that's where people are thinking things went wrong.
Oh, what did you do and what happened? Like, what do you remember?
I gave Sketch my notes, but I don't remember a lot. I remember working on the ritual. And then I remember Sarah and Kelly were standing over me, trying to pull me up off the floor. They were telling me I had a seizure. And it's been getting worse since then.
Well, I can try to look, but from what Sketch said, it's like you're an overcharged battery right now. Like, magically speaking, I guess, but it's so bad because instead of charging the fire, you charged up yourself.
So something did go wrong.
I guess, but it could have just been magic being fickle. It could have been if you just had a totally normal seizure, it could have thrown off what you were doing. I mean, if Sketch has your notes, he can probably tell you better than I can if something in the actual doing it was wrong. But it happens. In this case, it's just sticking with you really bad.
He said that him and your other friend, Kevin, I think. He said that they had a plan to try and fix this.
Yeah, they do. And I'm trying to throw in my bit to help. I know New York is different for you, but when I blew up, you know, the people in that area, they, I guess, could tell it was about to happen. I don't know if magic does a wonky thing when someone's about to wake up. So they all were there. It happened, and suddenly there were all these people. And it seemed like the only thing that mattered, more than me getting a teacher, more than any of that stuff, was we took care of each other. And when someone else woke up, you got them somewhere safe. You made sure they were okay, stable, made sure that they weren't going to get themselves hurt, and you took care of each other. So we're just trying to keep it going. If we can help, if it's okay, and I'm happy to explain what I'm trying to do. I'm sure Sketch and Kevin will be happy to explain what they're trying to do, but we really just want to get you back on your feet. And I bet she does tap the side of her nose. Just a thought I had while you're talking. You said you can feel that, pulse of life, right?
Yeah.
Something Sketch did once. It was kind of, and I mean, she puts the hand up like, this was all good and in a controlled situation, but it was kind of like being high, but no drugs. None of that. Just kind of, I guess you just kind of get high on your brain chemistry. But if we can do that, and you can feel the whole pulse of life, I can't. Maybe you can do the same thing for your seizures. Convince your body to make the things it needs to cancel them out, to deal with it, to kind of medicate itself. With enough time, with enough practice.
Yeah, maybe.
I bet you could. It's a little bit of a grin, like, eh?
So this is just what you guys do. You go around helping people?
Yeah, it's been different and weird here because, like I said, I've been being a creepy hermit lady. But, yeah.
No.
If any of us want to be safe, all of us need to be safe.
If Jared thinks the plan is safe and will work, then okay.
Okay. Kind of crooks a thoughtful smile, but nods. Yeah. So your game? Let us give it a shot.
Yeah, I'm game.
Thank you.
Oh, thank you. I am. I've been enough of a burden.
I mean, you're not. All of us have things blow up in our faces. All of us make mistakes we can never plan for. All of us make mistakes we could have totally planned for. It's just kind of part of the whole thing. You know what? You said you go partying with your friends all the time, right? You and the girls go out?
Yeah, I used to.
It's kind of like when you go to a party with your girlfriends and you just kind of know that part of the whole thing is like, yeah, you have your fun, but if your friend needs help, you will hold her hair while she's puking. You get her water when she's overdone it because you know better, but you always overdo it once in a while. It's the same kind of thing. It's just, we're magic. We're just taking care of each other. I mean, if you knew you could help me, wouldn't you do the same thing?
Yeah.
So there you go. It's not a burden. We're just helping each other out. Everyone needs a hand up now and again. It's not a big deal. It's not a problem.
You're pretty cool.
Yeah, I try. Quirks a smile.
Here. She gets out. She reaches, to the little table by her bed and gets a notebook out of her bag, writes something down on it, hands it over to you. That's my number. I don't know when I'm gonna get out of here, but
Well, with any luck, it'll be, like tonight. That'd be pretty cool. I don't know that that's how it's going to work, but I'm going to try.
it'd be cool to hang out sometime.
Yeah. I'll send you a text so you get mine. And if you are fully braced and ready, I'll let the boss man know, the good doctor, and then I'll get the guys.
All right. Okay, boys, we're going to shift the camera over to you. What are you guys up to?
Sketch is just sitting at the table with Taylor's Tinker Toy while Kevin is snoring his ass off.
You endearing bastard, you.
Yeah, Sketch is just probably flicking the lighter on, flicking it on. You know what I mean? That kind of like waiting.
And yeah, TT will fold up the little paper and probably stuff it in the pocket of her jacket with a firm nod. And honestly, just to move things along so the guys can rejoin, we'll go out and run everything by the dock. And unless he has particular protests or particular things to say, we'll eventually be coming down and shaking Kevin awake.
He doesn't have any particular protest or anything to say, but he does come with you down to get the guys.
Just gets to ease up out of the chair when she opens it.
When Kevin gets shaken, all right, I'll get the tickets to spam a lot.
Oh my god.
What?
You're the best kind of dork. Ruffles
She-
his hair.
It's okay.
Spamalot hasn't been running for a while.
I would have killed to see that live.
Must have been an old memory.
Hopefully, yeah. Otherwise, you're gonna have one sorely disappointed lady friend. He kind of narrows his eyes and decides that's the correct answer.
My lady isn't much the type for those kind of plays anyway. He just kind of gets up, dusts himself off like.
Yeah, sure. Flounce over to Phil sketching as quickly and quietly as possible. Just the update.
It's pick up the big tinker thing that you made. Well, let's get the show on the road.
Mm-hmm. I don't know how you guys work, so you just tell me when and I'll see if I can discharge the extra.
What we're gonna do is Kevin's gonna supply the life. I'm gonna supply the forces. Taylor, you work with me. You'll have a better. We'll sync up better than Kevin and I will.
Okay.
I'm going to be straight with you guys. I'm running a little low on chi, but I think if I push a little, I can give this oomph it needs.
And actually, how much task did we get from that first job?
Each of us got like 5 quint worth.
Okay. So I will put that back on the chart.
And you've each gotten another 6 cents.
Oh, well.
Well, hot
In
diggity
payment.
shit.
And like, wait, didn't, as like, he just checks his jacket pocket and pulls out a king. On the other hand.
There you go.
Yep.
All right. Kevin's going to supply the life. I'll do the forces mixed with some mind as well to temporarily mitigate any damage, serious damage for her too.
Okay.
Taylor, you back me up with the forces. We'll sync up quicker, and that way, whatever we're doing won't be too, strenuous.
Which meridians am I pushing for?
Probably her. He kind of thinks epilepsy seizures normally take part along the central nervous system, particularly the connecting ones from the. I can't remember what they're called, but they connect the brain down along the rest of the body. There.
All right, center line. Got it.
Nods. Push as hard as you can. So let's get this girl better.
I'm
Or
on
not.
it.
Yeah, no, Sketch will lead the team. Poke his head in.
Jared will come in. So these guys have a pretty solid plan, Kathleen. I'm all clear for them to go whenever they're ready. And whenever you're ready, you just need to say the word. And Kathleen will nod. Okay. I guess set up. Do what you need.
Sketch will walk in very calmly, very measured. All right. He'll take off his jacket, revealing his, the t-shirt with all his bare arms. Take hold of my hands.
She'll take a hold of your hands. Jared will turn to Taylor.
Mhm.
this lightning rung thing you made. You think it would help if it was grounded into a node?
You know, I had figured I was gonna have to, like, I don't know, shove it into the grounding line on a socket, but if you can, it would probably make it work a lot better and smoother.
All right. Why don't we take this down to the basement? It'll probably be easier for you guys to work your stuff down there anyway.
There's a glance back to her on the bed, like, are we gonna be able to move her okay?
Yeah. And Kelly pops in. Yeah, don't worry, I got this. And that's when you realize that Kathleen's bed is on wheels.
I'll help you
They
with
have
the
an
other end.
elevator.
Kevin, all the same, will volunteer. It's easier for like 2 people to do it.
Oh, thanks.
Yeah, no problem.
Yep, we wheel her down to L basement.
Yep. I mean, the basement is, well, you guys have pretty much all been in a sanctum before. So it's pretty stock standard. You got your cabinet of supplies, you got a workspace set up. This one, the workspace seems to be marked off with multiple concentric circles drawn in colored chalk.
So what Sketch will do when she's finally down, he'll still on the hospital bed, he'll sit, probably get a chair and sit cross-legged on it, take hold of both her hands. Has anybody got a stereo? Anything that plays any type of music?
Oh, I've got my iPod.
That'll do.
Kathleen will hand it to him.
Yeah. All right, go ahead.
Kevin will look at Sketch. We're doing this by minutes or hours.
Hours, probably. It's
All
gonna take
right.
a while. You'll take a breath. All right, little lady. You keep holding my hands the entire time, and you only look at me. Don't worry about anyone else.
Okay.
You listen to trip hop before? Massive Attack, any of that type of stuff?
There's that band on the Matrix soundtrack. And that's about the closest I got.
Don't worry, I got my own iPod, honey. Don't worry. So, I want you to close your eyes, take hold of mine. You meditate before?
Yeah.
All right. I want you to just relax with me here. Taylor, when I tell you, you'll know when.
Tay gives a nod and probably has handed off the other end of the line where, again, the wires have been stripped and wound into a particular pattern that, to her, signifies discharge from forces in Prime.
So, he will interlock himself in that kind of meditation pose, which he's using for his foci, but what he'll use for his unique instrument is he will show this girl a locket around his neck. He'll open it very gently. He'll go, "Do you see these people?" And for if Taylor or Kevin are looking, there's a little redhead girl, probably looks a bit like Sketch, but has bright red hair, you know. There is a man by a computer screen. There is an Asian girl with Sketch at like some sort of fancy restaurant. Kevin recognizes who that is, which is Yuki. And a picture of Taylor.
Aww.
These are some of the people that are very important to me.
I see. They're where you get your strength from?
Kind of. Magic ties any type of bond.
That's really cool.
Maybe I'll show you how to make one for yourself after this.
I like that.
Wow. You wrap the locket around both of their hands, plays on the music, which is very soft and melodic, and close your eyes with me.
She closes her eyes, and you can feel her hands like squeezing yours tight.
And I will use my unique instrument and the foci of meditation to use mind and forces to begin mitigate the forces is definitely to reduce the pain or violent seizure effects along the brain itself, and the forces is obviously to reduce the kind of kinetic thing, and with Taylor bumping me up essentially as well.
Okay, so before we actually get started making rolls,
Yes.
I need to know who is the anchor for this ritual. I'm assuming it's going to be Sketch.
Yeah, it's the way I position myself, I imagine.
Okay, so you're going to make your rolls last.
Okay.
Because the three of you work together. Kevin and Sketch, you've worked together before. Sketch, you've taught Taylor a bunch. You guys can obviously work together. I'm not gonna make you guys hammer out whether or not you can. Kevin and Taylor, you're going to make your rolls. Each success you get will give Sketch one extra die to roll, and any 10s you roll will count as an automatic success on the ritual.
All right. So difficulties. What is the node doing?
Okay. So your base difficulty for casting here, with the node, is going to be dropped down to 3 from 5. And you can further lower it to 2 using your instruments or quintessence.
Okay. Thankfully, I have my unique instrument. We're working right up my alley here with life magic. Because we're in unique instruments and using tools when you don't have to. We're in all kinds of debuffs for me in terms of difficulty. All right, so with the basement of 2 just slammed into my face, I'll even throw in a willpower because this is important. It's almost like Kevin's making up for past misdeeds by helping save a life.
Almost, yeah.
Yay, penitent. So having blown that willpower, we'll make our first roll. 4 successes. I don't know what kind of base I'm going for if I'm just making the one roll.
Each roll you make is going to represent about an hour's worth of time.
Okay.
So, in total,
yeah.
You guys are going to need to score about 10 successes.
All right.
To get the effect you want.
I will blow.
Yeah. So that's 4 with your willpower?
Yeah.
Okay. So we're almost halfway there.
All right.
All right, then let me see what I can boost in real fast. Tay will use a tool to take it the rest of the way down to 2. And fuck it, who needs willpower, right?
Go Tay.
So it's another 1.
Okay, 5. We're halfway there.
Yeah, I got a 1.
Sketch, you get to roll your arete plus 5 dice.
Oh my.
Yes.
All right, I will drop a willpower as well because fuck this.
How to Save a Life starts playing.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 with the willpower, and I got 2 10s.
Actually, the diff is only 3.
Oh.
So those are all successes.
9 successes.
Okay. So let's see. You got 9. Taylor got 1. That makes 10. And there's 4 overflow. Oh, goody! We get to play with exceptional successes today.
And do I need to do anything special for the lightning rod, or is that what I was rolling for?
You do not need to do anything special for the lightning rod. Because the lightning rod has been grounded into a node, it is activated.
Yay! I have no idea what that does, but we're the winners.
So basically what's going to happen with the lightning rod, it is siphoning off this additional power and pumping it into the node.
Oh.
That is absolutely the safest place for it to go.
Mm-hmm.
Other than straight into the ground. And because you guys got exceptional successes, so your whole purpose for this ritual, you're trying to clear the extra magic from her system and lessen her seizures.
Mm-hmm.
Okay?
Yes.
So, I'm going to let you guys decide, with those 4 extra successes, what do you want to put them toward? Because you got the minimum you need.
I mean, there's life rolling. Is it possible to do more to actually stop as opposed to lessen her seizures?
Yes, you could.
I'm going to just put that on the table.
I mean, that was the plan anyway. That's what I was going to do. Yeah, that's what Sketch was going to do, is effectively heal her entire bind.
Okay, so with the 4 additional successes, you have been able to give Kathleen 4 months where she will neither need medication nor anything else to keep her seizures under control.
Oh my.
Cool.
I'll take it.
Yeah, once the ritual's done, Sketch will just open his eyes.
And Sketch, you can see Kathleen is just overflowing with life energy. Not like when her pattern was overflowing with electrical energy. But it's like there is more life, more vitality in her than there was when you started.
Just, rubs the back of his neck. All that magic is exhausting. I think we did it.
I don't feel any different. I mean, I feel like I have more energy.
Yeah. Anyone else want to check? We put a little something extra in there.
There's one thing I need to take a look at. Just to, just give me a moment, will you?
Oh, okay.
Thanks.
Yeah, Taylor just kind of woofs and sits herself on the floor.
All
Careful
right.
of the chalk, but...
Kevin looks a little silly doing his Tai Chi shit, but that's okay. You know what? I just got 2 willpower back, so I'm going to spend one anyway to make sure I don't screw this up. So, given he's using the instrument, so we were at the basement, so it's like a total of 4 for just a cool quick entropy sight just to see like if there's any lingering damage, bad shit going on in there.
Okay. How many successes did you get?
I got a total of 4 just because this node is like rocketing me to the floor and I was using
Alright.
like a unique instrument.
Okay, so with 4 successes, then you can see that eventually she will have another seizure. You haven't completely healed her, but you've been able to do a lot more for her than anything else has. Thus far.
Okay, so thank you for putting up with me for that hot 5 seconds. I do have some things for you to keep in mind, given that I've been able to take a look. Young lady, I don't think I've gotten to learn your name. Would you mind telling me your name?
Oh, it's Kathleen.
All right, Kathleen, I'm Kevin. I don't normally look like this, but caught me on a good night.
Oh,
Okay,
well, that's nice. She
Kev.
kind of hides her face behind her hair.
Oh, Kathleen, I understand that you have a condition. That's nothing new, but it's been a little bad lately, right?
Yeah.
Well, right now, you're going to have a few months without having to worry about that condition. I can't quite tell how many, but more than 2. And once that time passes, you're going to return to the way things were before the transfer of power went awry. So it's not going to get as bad as it was again, but it's going to return to kind of how your life's been. All right? So you just need to keep that in mind.
So I just need to take my medication and be aware of my surroundings. And she'll look at the other girl in the room, Kelly, and not do anything alone.
Yeah. Yeah, you're going to need to keep your eye on that condition. Because I can't tell exactly when it'll come back. I can just tell you it's not going to be as bad as what you just went through. But at the very least, you should be back to normal. All right. So we were able to do for you.
Jared will step in at this point. Kelly and Kathleen, why don't you two go upstairs, make yourself comfortable, get something to eat. I'll be along soon, and I'll give you a checkup, make sure that things are going smoothly, and there's no other lingering adverse effects from this. And should be able to go home in the morning. And you 3, you've been here for hours at this. So you're welcome to stay the night if you'd like. It's totally optional. And please allow me to pay you for your services.
No.
Not this time.
No payment. I don't charge my own people.
Look, I get that. But I feel like I owe you guys something for stepping in and doing something I should have been able to do.
If you feel like you owe me, put it to the guy who should have been the one stepping in and not relying on a person who had to come in from outside. Maybe put forward the idea that that guy needs perspective and a new person should be taking the reins. If that's how you feel like you owe me.
All right. I'll give this stubborn old bastard a talk.
Gives a nod, but no payment. Not for that. No way. I'm gonna go home. I want to sleep in my own bed. Just stands up very slowly.
Man, Sketch, it's been a while since you've done anything this intense. You can feel it in your core.
Yep, he just rubs his tired face, looks over at her. You alright?
Yeah. Yeah.
You're good. You're great.
Yeah.
But I'm all for the let's go home.
It just takes over
Yeah.
her hand. Come on, let's get out. Let's get out of here.
Hmm? Thanks
Groovy.
to Kevin as she, gets pulled up. Like, eh?
We're going home, Taylor.
Good plan. I'm all about it. A plus.
Right on.
I gotta make me another one of those. Just rubbing her hair. Ugh.
Yeah, Sketch just take Tara by the hand, help her up, and proceed to head out. Call one of them late night cabs.
All right. So, with your goals met and some good karma coming your way, you guys are able to head home. Is there anything else you'd like to do?
Yeah.
Sleep the sleep of an old man.
Yes.
All right. Then I think we can end this here. Thank you, players, for playing. Thank you, watchers, for watching.